All right, welcome back to Expectation versus Reality, a subreddit that, when you think about it, it's kind of just an educational resource for one of life's harshest truths, which is that, things are oftentimes disappointing. But if you always assume you're going to be disappointed, then you can only end up being pleasantly surprised when things do go well. So that's my life tip to you. Always expect to be disappointed, even with this video. But maybe it'll turn out to pleasantly surprise you and be great. All right, way to give a depressing start to this one. Let's start off down here with Free Pie Wednesday. That is such a gross looking pie. Also, did they put the whipped cream inside of the strawberry sauce? Because that's gonna ruin your whipped cream. It's gonna cause it to disintegrate and get all melty. And also the pie it looks moldy. I assume that it's fresh and good to go. I'm sure it all still tastes good. At the end of the day, sugar is sugar, and it's probably not all that bad, but boy, oh boy, does that not look anything like the image. I'm so sorry, man. But hey, you know what? It's free. Especially if something's free, you can't expect all that much out of it. So, it's fair, at least. If they charged you, I would have called them out. Jack in the Box didn't put any Jack in my box. I want to be completely honest. Those look like two completely different dishes, actually. First off, that looks like some kind of, some fried fish with tartar sauce and maybe some hot sauce on there. The bottom one looks like French fries. The top one doesn't look all that appealing, but the bottom one just looks completely revolting. Mother of God. No, thank you. No, it says hash. Does that mean it's a hash brown? Because those just look, oh God, none of that looks good at all. I wouldn't order either of them. I'm just not into it. I'm so sorry. Ugh. Happy birthday to Elmo's biggest fan turning 2. Expectation, reality. That just looks completely demonic and terrifying. But also okay, in the first one, it's fondant. Fondant? I can never pronounce that. Fondant for the eyes. It's bananas over there. Okay? Bananas are gonna oxidize real quickly and turn brown. So it's just gonna look horrifying. You should have known that when you were putting the cake together. If you want something to look nice and fresh, don't use bananas. Or squeeze some lemon juice at the very least. It'll delay that oxidation, but you put bananas as the eyes. Are you trying to make the cake healthy or something? You put blueberries as the teeth. It just looks like rotting teeth. Don't use fruit for crucial portions of design on the cake. And what's that? Is that a tomato for the nose? Nobody wants a tomato on their cake, all right? You set yourself up for disappointment by using nice, fresh, organic fruit ingredients. This has got to be all artificial frosting. I don't even like to eat fondant, but you know what? If it's on the cake, it's on the cake. But you set yourself up for failure with that one. My aunt ordered this cute monster cake for her son's birthday, and this is what they gave her. I feel like that doesn't even work for an expectation versus reality, because it's not even the same cake. Hey, if you ordered that and they gave you that, you should immediately get your money back, because that's not even an attempt to make the first thing. That's just, they got your order wrong. It looks like it's some kind of weird smiley serpent face thing. It's kind of creepy and disturbing. That top one though, that looks like a tricky thing to execute. Man, all those, I will tell you, I have tried to use a frosting thing with the little tip in order to make little frosting dabs that look nice. It's a lot tougher than you think it's gonna be. It really is. And so, man, to get all those things perfectly, and if you mess one up, what do you do? That's really some tough artistry on the top. I can really appreciate it. The bottom one is a little bit more reasonable. I feel like maybe even I could do that. Anyway, though, get your money back. It's not the right cake. Wasn't expecting one of these. Hey, you know what? At the end of the day, all right, it might look like a turd, but I'm sure it tastes real good and chocolatey. You got some caramel inside of there. Yeah, honestly, I'd still eat that in a heartbeat. I don't even think I'd think twice about it. I'd open the package, I'd be like, chocolate. Maybe for a second it flashed in my head, it kind of looks like a poop emoji a little bit, but I'd be like, this is gonna be really good. And then I'd eat it, and it'd be gone in my stomach before I even really had time to think about it. But it's caramel and milk chocolate, so I don't know, I guess the pumpkin on the front could create a false impression, but it's not gonna look like that if it's caramel and milk chocolate. You had some high expectations there. You got it. See, this is me always expecting to be disappointed, so I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's what I figured. I didn't think they were gonna go all out and make some crazy intricate design on this thing in a little plastic wrapper. Let's keep things realistic here, okay? Sonic Blue Raspberry Slush with rainbow candy. Oh, okay, so that's kind of supposed to be evenly distributed throughout the thing, and they kind of just plunked it on in. I mean, with a little stirring, I feel like it could. That doesn't seem like a terribly difficult thing. I'm sure that's all pre-mixed, and then you just throw in the rainbow candy, and then... I've never been to a Sonic. I don't know how this stuff works, but the top comment here says, as someone who's worked at Sonic, whoever made this is pretty garbage. It doesn't seem terribly difficult to live up to that expectation. Like, just blue with some stuff thrown in it. Just stir it up a little bit. Although now it's all probably frozen together. Yeah, see, that's the problem, is you throw that gummy. If that's gummy candy, it's gonna be all frozen when you get it into your mouth, and you're gonna have these crunchy balls that you just can't seem to chew. That's what happens when you see, I'm the guy who loves to put gummy worms on ice cream, but then at the end of the day, they're freezing, and you're like, I can't even bite these things. God dang it, why did I choose to put gummies? And I keep repeating the process over and over. Scooby-Doo seasonal cookies. I don't see the problem here, honestly. It kind of looks good. Is that the point? Yeah, it says, please do not eat raw cookie dough, so I'm assuming this is it. They give you the roll, yeah, ready to bake. So you made these yourself. Not bad at all. I honestly think that looks better than the image on the product. That looks like a bear a little bit. This looks more dog-like. So bravo, you improved upon it. My new computer, design versus actual. Considering it looks like you did that all yourself, that's it's pretty impressive to me. That's like taking it another step further. Like, not only am I gonna build my own PC, I'm gonna straight up create my own case from scratch. That's pretty sweet. And you got the whole, like, real custom liquid cooling dealio, which I've never bothered with because it requires maintenance. I just do the closed loop ones, but not bad at all. It's impressive because I couldn't do that. So we're getting a lot of images on here that are actually positive. Good turnouts on things, not just disappointments. Would you look at that? I mean, it seems to happen on the subreddit. But anyway, this is the last time I order anything from a third-party seller on Amazon. Yeah, see, that's not even like expectation versus reality, though. That's basically, it's the wrong product. It's like the Monster one. It's the wrong thing. You can return that. It's not even like it turned out to be a disappointing version of the original. It's just not the original. So, also, when it comes to Amazon, if it doesn't have that little Prime check mark next to it, I'm always real skeptical of ordering from a third-party merchant. All right, you know what? Amazon's saying that I can get it from this person, but I don't know if I trust that. When in France. That looks pretty good. Good stuff. I don't think that there are many cases where, when it comes to grocery store pastries, I feel like it's pretty uncommon to be left disappointed by those. They would never get a repeat customer, and eventually people would stop buying them if the product didn't look anything like what it showed on the box. See, on the other hand, when it comes to custom things like cakes and whatnot, yeah, it makes sense because everyone's a little bit different, so some are bound to be a complete and utter disappointment. But in this case, like for a product they expect to sell over a period of many, many years, it's gotta be good, it's gotta be correct. Otherwise, they're not gonna last. This Bob Ross tea. Yeah, that doesn't look anything like the original at all. It kind of looks like you just spilled some sand on a shirt and it happened to look like Bob Ross. It's also, the design is like 10 times smaller. It doesn't have the Bob Ross official emblem on the tag, which maybe it's just a total ripoff of that, and that's officially licensed and that one isn't. It's like they took a picture of that t-shirt and used the picture of that t-shirt to print the design on the next t-shirt, which is bound to turn out really poorly. That's not good. So you got the right product, but it's just not, it's bad. Cat pillow versus the Muse. I wonder if that was actually printed after, like custom based on their cat, or if it was just like, oh my God, look at this pillow, honey. It looks exactly like little Timbo. I don't know why I named the cat Timbo, but it's like trying to fetch pet names that weren't entirely, completely generic. Timbo's probably pretty generic. I don't know. Two line up pretty well. All right, your name is Timbo now. If your name wasn't Timbo before, your name is now Timbo. I hope that your owners watch this and start calling you Timbo, because you look like a Timbo. I don't know how something looks like a Timbo, but it looks like a Timbo. Ordered a birthday cake for my niece. This is the kind of quality content that I come here for. Jesus Christ. Looks like it's vomiting pink orbs. Woo boy. Like what cake artist looked at the original and was like, you know how we make a tongue? Not like a nice solid U shape in there, but 3 separate pink orbs. That looks like a tongue. Yeah, that looks like a tongue to me. Man, I've got, like, maybe they have to have their tongue cut in 3 pieces, and they're like, yes, I'll model it after mine. Body modifications. And then also, these bows. Jesus Christ. What happened here? I know that tying bow ties is hard, but you don't have to literally tie a bow tie out of frosting. You can kind of just paint it so that it looks like a bow tie. You didn't have to go and get a long strand and be like, I'm actually gonna tie a bow tie with this. Nobody recommended that be the strategy. And then the eyes. Can I just comment on the pupils being outside and then the whites of the eyes are just kind of like sitting on top of the pupils? It's just everything is so wrong. That's one of the most high quality pieces of content I've ever seen on this subreddit, let me say. These shoes. How do you mess that up? That's a different product. Those must exist under a different brand, and this is just a knockoff, and they're like, let's take some shoes, and we'll just glue some other shoes underneath them, and then no one will ever notice the difference. You know, we'll take a size 10 shoe, and we'll glue a size 6 shoe sole under it, and it'll totally look like those, exactly. Like, someone's got to take a little bit more pride in their job. Who did that? Who did that and was like, yes, this is okay. I'm proud of my work. I'm so proud of my work. I'm going to ship this off as a finished product. Like, if you need to delay it so that you can actually even get the right size shoe to cut the sole off and put it on the bottom of the other one, like, do that at least. Jesus. Guard dog. Beware of the dog. I like that. Looks very nice. Maybe they do that because they don't want people to, like, feed their dog. They just want to keep people away. It's like they know their dog is extremely cute and nice, and they're like, people just keep feeding our dog, and our dog is getting fat now because he's so nice and knows that everyone loves him, and he's getting fed all over the place. So let's just put up the beware a dog sign to steer people away. Our dog is way too friendly. Oh my God. We need to make the people scared of him. Includes a private balcony. It's just a view of the wall of the next building. Oh my God. It's basically just an enclosed area, except how does drainage work in that scenario? That just looks like a really problematic situation, because it looks like water comes in through that little gap up there, but then where does the water go? It just floods right into your house. I thought it was going to be like at least an alleyway, you know, private balcony, at least an alleyway that looks into across into a building, but no, it's just a slab of concrete right at the, like, what? That's beyond actually anything that I thought it would be. Like, I've been disappointed at hotels before that have said, oh, great view of something. Like, even Vegas hotels will say, oh, great strip view or great city view or something like that. And then it'll be like a building's blocking my view completely. I'm like, that's not what you said. You didn't say view of other building. You said view of the strip. All right, but this is real next level. Thanks, KFC. Totally what I expected. Yeah, I too appreciate when the meat of my sandwich is about half of the sandwich. Oh, it just looks so sad. I've never eaten at a KFC before. I've had when friends have gotten it, like ordered to them, I've had a piece of popcorn chicken here and there, but I've never gone in and ordered, so this is not an experience I've had to deal with myself, but it just looks really depressing. But then again, it's fast food. You can never trust the marketing pictures. Didn't you learn that when you were like 5 years old or even younger? You can't have great expectations out of it, all right? You just can't. Marketing photos make it look like the product is more high quality than fancy restaurants, and like, that's not gonna happen. But anyway, that does look completely and utterly depressing, and I'm sorry for your loss. Well, anyway, that's it for expectation versus reality for this month. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like. Check out the playlist if you want to get you more videos like this. Speaking too quickly for my brain to catch up. And if you want to listen to the music playing in the background right now, it's linked in the outro over on Marin Music. That's it for now. I'll see you next time.